So what's a scarf joint? Do I need one? Is it legal without a prescription? A scarf joint is how we get the headstock angle on a neck for a string instrument. It's one of the things that you can do. Cut a flat piece of wood, flip that over, glue it. If you're interested in how to make a scarf joint jig, stick around. Okay, what am I going to use to make this jig? I have a piece of oak here. It's been used for other stuff. It has some holes in it. I have this piece of plywood. This slot attachment here, this T-slot. It fits in the saw, but you can use a piece of hardwood and just attach a piece of hardwood. So on the bottom side of the plywood, I'm going to put that piece. It's going to be attached. I'm going to have this hardwood. Let me see if it's in frame here. Yes, it is. I'm going to have this hardwood. I might put a screw up here, come up from the bottom side. I might have a thumb screw or some kind of wing nut or a T-handle. And I'm going to make the marks for the different angles. And it's going to be something like that. We'll make it 22 inches long. It's already squared up, so I'm just going to cut this off at 22 inches. I'm going to figure out where to put the holes for this piece. I'm not going to use anything real scientific. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it where I want it. I kind of want it in the center. And this is probably driving OCD guys nuts. It's not rocket science. We're looking good. Okay, drill the holes. I think I'll have this side down towards the table saw. This will be the top side of the jig. Okay, the bolts were sticking out a little bit. I just took a grinder, zipped them right off, and leveled it. And now we're going to take it over to the table saw and cut off a little bit of excess and give me a smooth edge. This piece, which is the fence, only has to be 22 inches, so I'm going to have to cut off some of this excess. I'm thinking I don't want this piece to be that wide. As it sits on the jig, we're going to have to use clamps to clamp the boards to the adjustable part. So I'm going to probably cut that almost in half. Alright, instead of doing anything high tech, I think I'm just going to use a screw. Just a drywall screw, or deck screw to get the top of the fence to swivel. Pretty good. I'm just going to use a regular old protractor and mark my angles. Last thing I'm going to do is drill holes into the preset its places. These holes get wore out, I could just move 1 inch up, half an inch up, halfway up, and I can still use the jig and still use this fence by just drilling new holes. I'm going to demonstrate now how to use the jig. I'm just going to use a piece of scrap piece of pine, and you would have to figure out how much you need to take off to make your headstock, how long you want it to be. Important thing is to not let your clamp get cut by your saw blade. That would be what they call bad. And I'm going to raise up the saw blade. Take these 2 pieces, you flip that over. And this is the scarf joint. And once you glue it up, it looks good, it works good, it's strong, it's a strong joint. That's how you do it. The purpose of my videos is to inspire you to do something. You might not have the wood shop that you might want. You might not have all the tools that you think you need. You might not have all the fancy high-tech gear that you think you need to get in the woods. But the main thing is to make something, to get into the woods, to go fishing, to be active, to do something, especially if you're doing something for somebody else. So, just wanted to share that.